Alright, wasting some time here with a replay. Well, I keep on saying replay. I guess I'm used to saying replay now. There's a game of me. I played in the Mikhail, surprisingly enough, by myself on Trap. It's decently mainly tier 7, tier 8 match, but there are some 6s in there, oddly enough. Excuse me. Should you, like a professional person would probably like get ready and like all kinds of stuff. I'm here like hacking on the thing and like rambling on about stupid stuff. Then it wouldn't be wasting your time gaming though, so Anyways, here in the Mikhail Kutsov on Trap, it is the Domination Mode 3 cap. I don't like going to A. That is besides the point on this map, so I'm going to C. Here to talk about the Mikhail. After 5.3, this, Mikhail did receive the substantial buff. I'm quite pleased with it now, actually. I do think it is the best tier 8 support ship now, as far as going with other battleships. Staying at range is a really big strength of this thing, and it is actually quite narrow. If you do get in trouble, find yourself in a position you don't need to be, or you shouldn't be there, you have the smoke, and you can actually reduce your profile down to something that is really hard for enemies to hit. So I really do like that about it, and I just like to bombard enemy battleships from afar. It's become a hobby of mine, playing the Kutsov, Mikhail. Probably saying it wrong, but also wouldn't be wasting your time gaming. Wasting my time. What is my wasting some time? Man, I'm like forgetful today. What is wrong with me? Goodness. All like my brain is half melted from work and I'm making a video because reasons. Anyways, going around here, gonna take C and going to shoot at these gentlemen. It's another thing, you can run off if you have some accurate fire, which obviously I'm not doing right now. If you put some accurate fire into enemy cruisers, this silly fellow, he decided to ground himself. What is it? Brad Booth, 95. Well, Brad, you look like you want to catch some shells. Anyways, I am sitting here in TeamSpeak. Hopefully nobody jumps down and gives the old interrupt, but it may happen, just so y'all know. And I only do things once. So this guy's trying to get away from the shells, but you can run off. To go back to my original train of thought, you can actually run off a lot of cruisers when you start putting shells into them from this far away. They don't generally like it. Of course, it's a Pensacola though, so he's gonna. I mean, those things just absorb damage like crazy. Did shoot the snot out of that island right there. I don't like islands. I think we've been over this before. And this also is a good indicator of if you do something stupid and it works, it's not stupid then, right? There's a similar saying said by a popular fellow that I watch on the YouTubes. Anyways, and Brad, Brad's not liking it. He's gonna run away. But I really do like the Kutsov, especially, I mean, you basically get expert marksman, basic firing training, advanced firing training, and I think you that's what basically the buff did. It gave you all of those. So, I mean, it is a really effective ship. It is a light cruiser at tier 8 though, but it just means you're really good at killing destroyers and pissing off battleships. And launching some shells at that Magi. Foolish enough to stick his nose out. I'm gonna shoot it. And now a fellow Mikhail. In Soviet Russia, you don't shoot at a fellow Mikhail. But I am a capitalist fellow, so do what I want. Anyways, and now there's this ferry. Honestly, I really don't know what this ferry was thinking. I'm trying to put some shells over there, get one over. Not really likely that it's going to go over. Only thing, well, bad thing about the Mikhail, it doesn't have a fighter that I would like to launch a fighter right now. It doesn't have it, but I mean, you do get that smoke. You do get a barrage. I would really rather have the barrage than anything else. Launch some torpedoes that way. They're in, you know, quintuple. Is that 5? Yeah. Torpedo launchers are nice. Launched it that way. I just figured he was going to come around the other side, but I just kind of want to cover me bases here. He does manage to dodge that, but I mean, around the corner that close to a Mikhail. It's bad news. It's bad news, my friend. Straighten out here. I don't need anything else besides the butt guns to kill that dude. And we're going to sail straight because I'm assuming he launched torpedoes. Don't want to be foolish and turn either way and run into a full spread of them. There we go. I do have the Mikhail. Right now I do have it spec'd out for air, like anti-air. This is my Kiev captain, so I do have the advanced firing training on it anyways. So I can use that, abuse that mechanic with my Kiev, which I enjoy thoroughly. And it may be slightly boring, but this is what I do like to do in my Mikhail. Just kind of sail about, piss some fire onto some enemy battleships. See how they feel about it. I feel good about it. I don't think they enjoy it, though. Enemy Mikhail, pretty close. I'm assuming his spotting range was 13 also. I do have the concealment module, so my spotting range is 13. I would certainly recommend that to anybody that has this. It is just nice. Another benefit of perhaps using a destroyer captain on this, I do plan on getting the concealment perk for my destroyer captain when I unlock it, and that will actually give me a few kilometers at max range, about, you know, anywhere from I think 19.1 to 18 something, that you can fire, invisifire with it. Enemy Colorado does not appreciate my antics, and he is getting really close. Way closer than I really want him to be. Good thing is I accidentally popped my my fighter barrage there. So I'm smart. I had intended to use my smoke, which I do now. I'm going to back up a little bit and try to put a few more barrels to use into this guy. I honestly don't see what my AA is shooting at. My AA does extend out to 7 kilometers, and I believe some of the fighter planes don't show up for that. Whatever it is, it's no longer close enough to shoot. Can be kind of frustrating putting HE into these guys. I really was just trying to light them on fire to get that nice nice burn time. To a battleship that's broadside, you can get decent volleys. You can get good damage, obviously with the AP, you know, closer ranges. But it doesn't always give you exactly what you want. Yeah, this guy, he's just, goodness. Have another fire, sir. I would consider kill number 2. Fatality. So, I would actually consider using the gun accuracy mod instead of the extended AA range on this, just because I do use it at range so much. Like I'm saying, I'm back here with the battleships. I'm good, fairly safe. I do want to get into the cap a little bit, but not at the moment. There's a bit too much there. Silly Mitsuki on our team got in front of a that Mikhail up there. The other thing, at tier 8, I do find that the another thing. It's always another thing. For my playstyle and how I go about things, it does seem the Mikhail and the Atago are the best money makers at tier 8 for me. especially since they rebalanced it more towards not so heavy on the damage as far as how they calculate the XP and credits and whatnot. Also, hunting down destroyers really helps too. It's kind of frustrating sometimes when you get a massive damage game in the Turpits and you're like, it's only 500,000? It's like, come on, man. Does happen though. I'm gonna go investigate B here. Kind of poke my nose around. I do have my smoke is almost back up. And there's a enemy Mikhail, Geno melee. And he's not gonna spot me until 13k. The two enemy destroyers are unaccounted for at the moment, so to watch out for that. I will stop messing with my beard. I'm scratching my beard right now. You'll probably hear that. Any mayhem. See if we can wreck this fellow too. I really do like the shell velocity and just plain old the characteristics of the 6-inch Russian guns. Russian game. Of course the Russians have the best guns, right? Enemy Magi is popped out there. I did get a bit lucky. And like a terrified terrified squid, I popped my consumable there for more smoke. One thing I would suggest to people who are trying to use their smoke in Mikhail, and I've seen plenty of people do it, and I did it right here too. Before you pop the smoke, the Mikhail doesn't speed, well, it speeds up decently, but it doesn't slow down the best. So before you actually pop your smoke, you should probably be at a quarter speed. It's just a good idea. And if it's stupid but it works, backing up in a cruiser, I'll do it. Shot down a plane. Enemy carrier is spotting our Fabuki. How dare he. And I am backing up, kind of maneuvering. I don't want to stay in one spot. Not another fire on that skies. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to burn to death? And that is why I was trying to back up and also be pointed straight. Hopefully don't get citadeled and or catch a torpedo. Feel a bit better about turning though. I am detected. I don't know what this Turbits was thinking. And the rudder shift time on the Mikhail is also really nice. I do have that module also. It does take the rudder shift down quite a lot, but I mean, I don't think it's really that necessary. Your actual turning circle is kind of big. If I wanted to summarize how I feel about the Mikhail, I guess I like it a whole lot more now. I feel like it's a lot more effective. And man, this Cleveland is making some bad life choices. Lucky enough, I had a New Mexico decide to save my my stupid self. Go into the enemy's bullets for me. And just a matter of time for this Cleveland is completely messed up. Also, this was actually the first match that I had replaying the Mikhail, trying to see what I thought of it again, and I was did this couple matches where I only fired HE. This is one of the HE matches. And another match where I only fired AP. You know, like everything else, you need to switch depending on what you're shooting at. But the AP isn't really that effective in this unless it's pretty close range. So unless we're, I don't know, about 14 or under, I don't really bother with the AP because you're not going to get the superstructure penetrations into a battleship or the citadels into a cruiser from farther out than that. The enemy is trying to put up a fight here. Another thing, the Mikhail, as skinny as it is, man, it's hard for battleships to shoot it when when it's pointed straight at you. It's just really slim ship. And there's the old pesky destroyer trying to get some shots into me there. And and the carrier thinks he's going to spot me or something. I don't know exactly what he's doing. Sending his fighters to their death. I'll allow it. I'm okay with it. For whatever reason. Shot all those guys down. Enemy Mayhem pretty close. He's right at the edge of my spotting range. I do have one smoke left. But since the enemy was getting so close, I really getting a bit antsy about capturing this point. Hey, looks like a Mayhem wants to die. You're not going to hit me with those torpedoes. Silly fellow. And get a nice volley into the fellow. And take his engine out. Not right. Taking people's engine out really matters as much anymore. He pops his smoke and dies. Thank you for your consideration. And try to slow down here. Try to get in my smoke. Put some fire out into the enemy battleships. And the scores are close. I'm a bit worried about the Bliskovica, but he does pop back up and he is going away, so not too worried about it now. SH Hemer Sheep? Whatever his name is. I am going to try to reset you, sir. I'll be successful in that, hopefully. And he did slam on the brakes there, I believe. Stopping doesn't help you. HE, I mean, if you land a good amount of HE shells, this is also another reason why I'm most likely going to switch to the accuracy mod, because that you do get some crazy dispersion at max range on this thing. Figuring my smoke's about to be out anyways. This guy is engaging in a Magi, so might as well get out here and put some pain into him. And ships that are sitting still, I mean, they look like they want to be shot to me. or ships that are low health also look like they want to be shot. The silly fellow does put some shells out to me. You know, not to be too critical of this guy, but doesn't seem like he's the best shot. The truth does hurt sometimes. And got another fire into him. I mean, 6 shells for 4,300. I will take that any day. I mean, I'd be happy with that with 8-inch guns, honestly, against a battleship. And the win. All right, and the old win. It's always nice credit earning here, and also a nice XP. This was my first win of the day. Hopefully y'all were alright with me rambling on about my slight ship crush on Mikhail now. It's a pretty nice game, 108,000 damage or so, 18 minutes. I won't complain about that any day. Come back to see me. Hopefully y'all enjoyed.